and gentlemen, we have heard of an officer and a gentleman. What will it be if he's also a Toastmaster? Yes, he is a Toastmaster since 2009. He comes from the land of K-pop. He is AJ Jung. And this is Distinguished Toastmaster Brahma Kumar talking about a Global Toastmaster. Hello, JJ. How are you today?
Great, Brahma Kumar, hello, good day.
So what's the weather like in South Korea now?
In the early in the morning today, we had a snow and it's minus 7 degrees Celsius now, and everything is freezing.
Oh my God. Well, JJ, I'm very happy, and I'm sure everyone here wants to know about you. The first thing we want to know is you come from a military background. I was very surprised when you told me that you came from the Navy. It reminded me of the movie An Officer and a Gentleman.
Yeah,
Could you
I
share
used to be, yeah,
some interesting incidents in your career as a naval officer?
yeah, I was a Navy officer for 20 years. And during that time, I was deployed to the UN peacekeeping operation to Sudan, Africa. And there I was stationed in desert area.
Oh, I see.
And that was a cool thing. As a Navy officer, I have never experienced deploying to, or I even never imagined deploying to a desert area. But that made me widening or expanding my vision.
And how is it a military officer suddenly got interested in Toastmasters and you are a member from 2009? A lot of people all over the world call you Oppa because you have that wonderful club known as the Speakers Lounge, TSL, the Speakers Lounge. And when I come there, I see people from Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, India, and I once saw someone from Guyana. How did you do this? How did you actually go into Toastmasters? Was there someone who inspired you, or some meeting you went that made you realize that you need to develop your public speaking skills and you came in? Share something about that with us.
Okay, in 2008, I was deployed to a UN peacekeeping operation. And after returning from the mission, someone told me that there is an English speaking club, and I was interested in there.
In Sudan,
And
is
that
it?
time, yeah, yeah. In 2009, as soon as I returned from the mission, I attended the meeting, and there I was surprised. And my intention there was to go to the club and then speaking in English, and that was all. Then once I stepped in, everyone was hospital. There showed hospitality, and I was so comfortable. And that time, uh, I thought this is the crazy people around. Every time people say they clap hands and encouraging, and I was thinking this is something uh, selling something. And after all, I got to understand the organization and got to know more about these meetings. Then I loved it because as a military officer, I was suppressed, and sometimes I couldn't speak because the senior officer says we say just yes, sir, and there is no such thing as no, sir. And that
Understand.
way, and Toastmaster Club was such a club that I can express myself, and I was in love with that. So that time, that was the start of myself expressing myself, and and that's the beginning of my Toastmaster journey.
Now, when did you start the TSL? Did you start the TSL or you joined Fair first?
I joined I joined this club, the Speakers Lounge Club, and in 2015, I was looking for a club on my free time, that is weekend. So Saturday morning was perfect for me, and I was looked for it, and I found one club in 서울, 용산, 서울, nearby U.S. Army garrison, and that is close to Ministry of National Defense. And that way, I was comfortable with my workplace and also finding a good time. And on Saturday, nearby my base, so this that's why I joined this club. And not I didn't have any intention to be a club officer.
Suddenly, things just came your way and you became a club officer for 3 different years. And not only that, you brought a lot of Toastmasters from different countries, and we all love coming to the TSL because that's one platform where you're very encouraging by giving everyone the opportunity to either to be a speaker or an evaluator or to take on another role such as the Toastmaster of the Day, grammarian, general evaluator, table topic master. But at the same time, you are quite strict in the sense that when they present a speech, you are to see quality and you always put on this dark side hat and say, we must always look at the areas of weakness to see how we can become good, better, and from better to best. And that's something that I really like about you. Secondly, you have an interest for Darth Vader. What actually happened? In fact, I
Yeah.
know some of your teams in your meetings have the dark side or the Star Wars theme quite often.
So as you know, I'm from the military, and my background lies there, and uh, that way I got to understand the similar character or similar. Some mindset is similar to that of Darth Vader, and also bringing out the dark side from oneself to express by expressing themselves. They are just bringing that experience or their idea from the dark and bring it to the, let's say, bright side, and that way they get to understand themselves as I did before, and that way they develop themselves by themselves. I'm just sharing my experience, and I'm not sharing my idea, but I'm sharing my experience and also sharing it to other members. And that way, I prefer to give members to express themselves and also bringing out something dark in their mind out. And by that way, they're which I experienced before, and that way they will experience more lighter at the end. So Toastmaster is a platform to express themselves and enjoy themselves, and also find themselves in lighter space. And that way, Darth Vader is kind of a playing role and giving me also idea to make them speak. And the Speakers Lounge Club, Toastmaster Club, this is also giving me a good timing and also good platform. Now, as you know, this is a Saturday morning club and also in a virtual platform, and that way I'm free to join and share my time and space here under the name of Toastmasters organization.
And I also know a lot of people like to wake up early on Saturday mornings just come to your club, even if they don't take breakfast. Well, that would be
Really?
like a good breakfast for everyone. Another
Yes,
thing I want
thank
to
you.
ask you is that how did you go about looking for members and role takers from different countries? So most of the time, we look for members within our own country, but you go out and I'm sure you have an assistant assisting you to get someone from Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, India, Philippines, and now Guyana also.
Um, at the time of pandemic hit, and there was no outer space or outdoor activities. Only at the time, only space I like to join was Zoom online. And that time, I found international uh, president who was Richard E. Peck was also traveling virtually, and I got to know his trip, and I joined. And then I found many clubs all over the world, and that envisioned me to have widening, and also the Toastmaster by in nature is international, and that way virtual and also international envisioned me have club members from all over the world joining in the specific time zone. So even though this club is located in District 93, which is South Korea, and the members is all over the world, and that's I was envisioned by uh, by the international president there. And I'm not sure that he's from there, but he's from there.
DTM Richard Peck does travel to a lot of countries, and you can go.
Right. And I got to know, and I was surprised is that uh, some island countries also has one club, one Toastmaster club, and also I was surprised to find a Yangon Toastmaster club in Myanmar, even though they are experiencing some hardships, but they have one club there, and I joined them as a paid member.
Oh,
But
great.
at the time, the meeting date was Thursday, and as the pandemic is decreasing, and there was a chance to work from home, but as the pandemic decreased, the work from home stopped. Then I had to go to work to the company physically, and that way I couldn't continue the membership there. Yeah, and that way I got to introduce myself all over the world, and some people are get to know there is a club in Seoul, Korea on every Saturday, and that's why we get to know each other more, and we get to enjoy together more.
I understand that once you had a wonderful joint meeting with the Mongolian club. I was there.
Ah,
That was really,
really?
I mean, Mongolian people look like Chinese, very fair skin, similar features. And it was very interesting that they also had an English club and they came
Oh,
to your South Korean club, and it was a wonderful meeting. And what was very fortunate was that after that, they said they are going to physical meeting. So we were very fortunate that we caught them on that day to have this joint meeting online. It's really wonderful. It was really, and I think it is also because of your personality. You are a, even though you're in the military, you are a very compassionate and kind person. And I also know a side of you that many people do not know. I once saw a video by you where you spoke about the Sanskrit language. That was
oh,
awesome. I was thinking, how did you go and do the research on Sanskrit language and then share it with others? It really shows that you're a person with a lot of resources and ability to appreciate different cultures. And I believe that is the one main reason for the success of TSL. Last year, you all got the
oh,
President Distinguished, right?
right, correct.
The year before,
Correct. Last time it
last
was
time. This
yeah.
time also, you're going to get it right. I know the way you're going. and the way you're motivating everybody by giving workshops and educational sessions. Sometimes I see you have even do a session where everybody delivers your speech and you train them by getting different evaluators to evaluate them before they go to contest. And those things are really well appreciated by the members as well as the guests. Now, JJ, is there anything you want to tell as a message to anybody who's new to South Korea, to your club?
New to South Korea. This is a country that you can safely travel, and also, based on my experience, this is a safe country, even though the situation, the national security situation is not so good looking, but inside we feel secured and safe. So enjoy the travel, the South Korea, and also you can experience the sightseeing and also places as you go. So, and also in Korea we have 4 different seasons: spring, summer, autumn, and winter. Now this is the season of winter. So be careful where you are coming from and where you are going. So if you are coming from southern area, southern region of the planet, then you'd like to
Run an
take care
overcoat
of
and
your body
suit,
with a warm coat.
overcoat because it's going to be very cool, right?
Right.
Separately now about Toastmasters, right? What message do you want to tell the world about Toastmasters, about your experience, especially people who may not know what is Toastmasters or people who just joined Toastmasters? What message would you like to share with them?
I like to share my idea regarding the Toastmaster is that this is a safe place. You can make mistake, and as long as you take your action as mistake, then that is your fault. And the audience members and the Toastmaster members are taking it as natural process. So regarding your mistake is bad is your concept. So the Toastmaster Club is not that kind of club. So my understanding is Toastmaster International is one company, and here we have non-profit organization. So this is the playground we are here. So non-profit organization, talking about it, you have nothing to lose. Now, what you can get is your experience and your story, and you can express yourself and you can benefit. Why not just jump in and make more mistake and enjoy your mistake until that is the practice of your performance? Or let's say first time I was bringing my Darth Vader. I'm talking him as my mentor. So at that time, most people was kind of afraid and didn't like that dark side. But now it's so common. There is nothing to afraid. So bringing your dark side out, by doing so, uh, the one who is hesitating is yourself. The audience and Toastmasters members are willing to listen, especially if there is no one, then I'm the one who like to listen to your dark side. So bringing out, and I'll be happy to share mine.
And it's true.
So,
Many
yeah.
often at the Toastmaster meetings on Saturdays, when someone is not able to turn up for a role, JJ will step into that role and take on it. And taught, guided, coached many Toastmasters from different countries. And to that, you're an officer and a gentleman still while you are in the Toastmasters. Are you also a member of a Korean club? Because Toastmasters International has many different languages that are being used by members. So they also cater to different language speakers.
Yes, correct. In Korea, we have Korean clubs as well, and I used to be a member there, but that was a weekdays club, so I couldn't continue my membership there. So I just maintaining one club in on Saturday, which is weekends.
During the COVID-19,
Right.
you went to visit different clubs, right? And you're a member of other clubs. But once when borders were open and you had to go back to work, you had to cut down on those. And now you are focusing more on TSL. And I can see TSL growing. People who come there love to come, even though every Saturday morning, I remember some people coming from India, they have to wake up at 6:30 a.m. in their own country, but they are still turning up because they love the warm and friendly environment where everyone is given the opportunity to share their thoughts. Sometimes we are not very good at speaking English or not good at evaluating or giving a table topic. But we always feel that we can make a mistake here and will not be branded or criticized, but rather be lovingly given a pat on the shoulder, encouraged by our Oppa, Jung.
Yeah, I became an international oppa by a member from Indonesia, and she named me by uh, by having an impression from the Korean drama, and yeah, that way the word has spread, and I became a oppa internationally.
It's a small world, right? Many things from other countries are available in our own country. So the
Right,
word Oppa has become a very international word now, and it refers to an elder brother, right?
right.
Yeah. So you are like an elder brother to many of us, including those
Mm,
who are also older than you, because you have that kind and compassionate heart to guide us, to groom us, to advise us on areas where we can do better. And for those who are having some challenges because of previous experiences in their life, you're able to talk to them, make them bring out and throw away that baggage, and which is what you went by the dark side. Bring out those things that are stopping you from being the best you can be, but just go ahead and try it out. Bring out the
right,
best in you. Throw away those things that are not good in you by trying out different ways of speaking, delivering speeches, taking on roles and all that. And you do give opportunities for everyone to take on different roles. And it's very wonderful because sometimes I see DTMs come over and give good feedback to the newbies. And the newbies slowly, they take on roles such as grammarian,
uh,
error evaluator. And when they do it, they realize the challenges and they become better. And of
right.
course, our Oppa is there to always guide us. So everyone feels wonderful. Any final message you want to say before I end this session?
Okay. My final message is this: join me to the dark side. Together we can go and achieve the better side.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, JJ, for coming all the way from South Korea to share with us your experience and your knowledge of Toastmasters. I wish the speakers launch and you all the best in your future. Have a wonderful Christmas and a wonderful year ahead. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I close today's session. Stay tuned for another interview with another global Toastmaster.
Thank you, Brahma Kumar.